Good morning everyone. Today I am going to present about garbage collection in Java. My name is P. Rambagiccha Reddy. So basically this is one of the most important features in Java because it helps in automatic memory management in Java, and it also helps to remove the unused objects present in the Java in heap memory. So now let's move to the next slide to understand what exactly garbage collection means. Now, coming to what garbage collection in Java actually means. So, now let's understand what garbage collection is. Garbage collection is nothing but automatic memory management in Java. Automatic memory management in Java nothing but it automatically manages the memory in Java, especially which is present in heap. It removes the unused objects present in Java. So, whenever we create objects, they are stored in heap memory. After some time, some of these objects are not used anymore. So these unused objects are called garbage objects, and Java will automatically remove these unused objects. This type of process is called as garbage collection. So overall, we don't need to manually clean memory. So Java will do it for us. So that why Java is also this garbage collection is also known as the cleaning process. Now let's move to the next slide. The next slide is about what garbage color actually does. So now, what exactly does the garbage collector do? First, it finds unused objects. Then it removes the objects which are unused from heap memory. After that, it frees memory space. And finally, it improves memory efficiency. So, in simple words, it cleans memory automatically. That's why it is also known as the cleaner in Java applications or any Java development kits. So now moving to the next slide, slide 4. When object becomes garbage. Now the question is, when it comes to this topic, the question is, when does an object becomes garbage? So an object becomes garbage when it is no longer used. When the object is not used anymore, then the object becomes garbage. Generally, what garbage collectors does, garbage collector removes the unused object. So, for example, when no reference is pointing to it, or when we set the reference to null, also if an object is not reachable in the program, then it is considered garbage. So simple point is no reference means no garbage. When reference is set to null, then we can say that it has no reference. So if there is no reference, then the object is said to be not reachable in the program, then it is considered as garbage. So now let us move to the next slide. This is what when object becomes garbage. When object is not used anymore, when no reference is pointed to the object, then the object is said to be not used. Now coming to slide 5. Slide 5 is about the important terms in garbage collection. Now, let's see what are the important terms present in garbage collection. The first main important thing present in garbage collection is we should know about heap memory. Heap memory means this is where objects are stored. Generally, when we create objects in a Java program or when we create objects in Java, these objects are stored in heap memory. Then what do you mean by stack memory? Stack memory means this heap memory stores the objects that are created in Java program. Now this stack memory stores the variables and it also stores the methods. This is the functioning, or this is the real meaning of stack memory. Now when it comes to the third main point is about reference. Reference is nothing but it is a variable that points to an object. Generally, if the reference of an object is null, then only the object is said to be the garbage. So reference is a variable that points to an object. If reference is pointed to null, then the object is said to be garbage object. Now garbage collector, it removes the unused objects. What do you mean by unused objects? Unused objects is nothing but the objects whose reference is pointed to null, then only it is said to be unused objects. Those unused objects are removed by garbage collectors. So these are the basic terms we should know while we are understanding about garbage collector. The basic terms that we have to know when we are understanding about garbage collection is heap memory, stack memory, reference, garbage collector. These are the main terms that we have to understand while we are studying about garbage collections. Heap memory, nothing but this is where objects are stored. Stack memory, this is where variables or methods are stored. Next, reference is nothing but which is pointed to a variable or object. Next, garbage collector is nothing but it removes the unused objects present in heap memory. So now moving forward to slide number 6, we will come across types of garbage collectors. Based upon the types of unused objects removed, garbage collection is divided into two parts. So there are two types of garbage collections. First one is minor garbage collector. Second one is major garbage collectors. Generally, garbage collection is nothing but removing the unused objects from heap memory. So in that garbage collections, there are two types: minor garbage collectors and major garbage collectors. First, that we know about minor garbage collectors. Minor garbage collector is nothing but it works on newly created objects. It works on newly created objects. The objects which are created newly, those objects or those unused objects are removed by these minor garbage collectors. It is fast and it happens frequently. Now, when it comes to major garbage collectors, it works on long-lived objects, like the objects which are created earlier. These major garbage collector works on that objects, so it takes more time and happens less frequently. But the important point is everything is automatic. So once again, if we sum up about minor garbage collector and major garbage collector, targets recently created is these minor garbage collector works on the targets or the objects that are recently created, and this minor garbage collector, the work done by the minor garbage collector happens frequently, and the work done by the minor garbage collector is fast and efficient. It cleans young generation memory. It cleans young generation memory. Next, coming to major garbage collector. Major garbage collector is nothing but targets. It targets the objects which are created earlier, happens less frequently, takes more time, and cleans old generation memory. So these all memory management, these all the memory management done by the minor garbage collector and memory management done by the major garbage collector, these all is supervised or it can be automatically managed by Java Virtual Machine, JVM in Java. So now let us move to the next slide. Next slide is about memory structure in Java. Memory structure in Java is nothing but generally heap memory in Java is generally the objects which are created in Java are stored in heap memory. Generally, the garbage collector also checks the heap memory for the objects and it removes the unused objects from heap memory. Generally this heap memory is divided into two main parts. The first main part is young generation and the second main part is old generation. Young. Now let's understand memory structure. Now how what is the functioning of young generation, what is the functioning of old generation, how this heap memory is divided into two parts, what is young generation, what is old generation. So let us understand this all. Young generation, where new objects are stored, most objects are removed here quickly. Young generation nothing but new objects are stored in this young generation. In this young generation, most objects are removed quickly. After as soon as the object is created, that objects are removed quickly. Old generation nothing but where long lived objects are stored. Where long lived objects are stored, cleaning here takes more time. In new generation, cleaning takes less time. But when it comes to old generation, the cleaning takes very more time. So this division helps improve performance. This division takes improved performance. Next, coming to young generation, stores newly created objects. Most objects they are removed here. Minor garbage collector runs here and fast cleanup. And coming to old generation, stores long-lived objects, removes less frequently, and major garbage collector runs here and slower cleanup. So due to this garbage collection, due to this division of heap, due to this memory management, the garbage collection will work faster and efficiently. Faster and efficient. This is the importance of heap memory and the division of heap memory into minor garbage collector and major garbage collector. These are the main important points which runs the garbage collections efficiently and which helps the garbage collector to work fast. And now let us come to demo code. Now let us come to demo code. Here how it works. First we created a class demo, then we finalized it with the main class finalize. Now object is garbage collected. So now let us do this. Let us execute this using a uh, let's execute this using a online compiler. Now let us solve this using a Java compiler. See, if you see the result, we type this code and we created two objects, object 1 and object 2. We pointed that object to 1 to null and object 2 to null. After object 1 is pointed to null and after object 2 is pointed to null, then we requested garbage collector to check the heap memory for the objects, whether the objects are used or whether the objects are unused. And after we requested the garbage collector to check the heap memory, the result that the warning that the garbage collector is giving is the object is garbage collected. Object is garbage collected. See, from this code we can understand that the object 1 and object 2 are unused and that those two objects are collected by the garbage. That means those two objects are removed by the objects. Those two objects are unused. So from this code we can understand that how garbage collector is worked, how the objects are collected by the garbage, how the overall code execution and overall garbage collector is function. You can understand from this code. Now let us come back. Next, coming to the next slide. Next, how slide 9, why garbage collection is needed. See, the garbage collection is nothing but removing the objects which are unused from heap memory. So this is very very important because it prevents memory from getting full. It removes the unused objects as soon as possible, step by step. So if unused objects are not removed, it continues to store in the memory and it fills the memory. So this garbage collector removes the unused object, so prevents memory from getting full. Now removes unused objects automatically. This garbage collector removes unused objects automatically. Next, improves overall program performance. Improves overall program performance. Garbage collection improves overall program performance. Next, the last thing is no need for manual memory management in Java. It automatically manages the memory. The automatically memory management is done by this garbage collection. So these are the main points why garbage collector is needed in Java. So what happens if the garbage collector is not there? Without garbage collector, unused objects fill the memory and slow down the program. Eventually, if garbage collector is not there, the execution of the program becomes late and it also slows down the program execution speed. So it removes the unused objects. If unused objects are not removed, it prevents the memory from getting full. So these are the four main reasons why garbage collection is needed. Now let us move to this 10th slide. This 10th slide is all about the mind map. The first thing is garbage collections. In garbage collections, the key terms are heap, stack, and reference. These are the key terms that we always use in garbage collection. And let us come to another question: why garbage collection is needed? Garbage collection is needed because it prevents memory, which gives better performance, no manual memory management, and reference is set to null when garbage. And coming to garbage collector types are nothing but minor garbage collector and major garbage collector. Now coming to memory zones. Memory management in heap memory is divided into two main types. One is old generation and another one is young generation. So from these all we can conclude that garbage collection is very important for Java for not only automatic memory management but it also prevents the memory to fill and it also executes the program in a better way. Rather than slowing down the program, it executes the program in a better way and it gives the result in a better way. So garbage collection is nothing but it removes the unused objects from heap memory. And garbage collectors have two main major types. One is old generation and another one is young generation. So these are the garbage collectors. Old generation nothing but it stores the old objects and young generation nothing but it stores the young objects. So now coming to the end. So thank you for listening presentation.